Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to today's World Business Overview. I'm really excited to be here today to share with you an amazing opportunity. I know by the end of the slideshow, you'll have more questions, but hopefully many of those will be answered. It's such an exciting time to be around this business. My name is Brian Holmes, and I've been an educator for over 30 years in the school system in the UK and here in Canada. And I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I'm a pretty good expert on the 40-40-40 plan. You know, the work 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on a $40 watch, that type of thing. And I know, listen, there's nothing wrong with that model, nothing wrong with that business at all. You know, millions of people around the world do that. But maybe that's because they don't know there's a better way. There's an option. And I want to share that opportunity with you today. I saw this business with my wife about 6 months ago now, and it really has changed the way that we are moving forward. It's changed our lives for the better, and we're helping to change other people's lives at the same time. And why not? You know, we're looking at a business which is based in technology, and if you are like me, I was very inquisitive because you know what? I knew that's where the money was. I just didn't know how to access it. So this is an opportunity to do that today. So hopefully sit back and maybe you'll get a chance to ask some questions to the person who brought you here tonight at the end of the slideshow. So this business is truly global. We're in 195 countries around the world. Every country except one, which I think you'll agree is not a good idea at the moment, is North Korea. So every other country you can take this business, it truly is global. What an amazing opportunity this is. The next slide I want to show you is a really important slide. Take a minute, please, to listen and read through. Thanks.
Income disclosure notice. Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary, as we are all unique and different. Basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business, and some people will make no money at all. The earnings of a World Global Network partner will be 100% dependent upon their skills, work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most opportunities, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. World Global Network does not guarantee any level of income or your success. To see our full income disclosure, please visit our website at www.worldgn.com.
Okay, I wanted to share that with you because we think this is a really important slide, because what it says to people really is it doesn't make any false promises. So please remember that. This business is related to hard work and effort, but you are rewarded for that at the end of the day. So it's important to remember that as we go through this presentation as well. This is not something that is money for nothing. It's something that does require a little bit of hard work, but certainly from my perspective, is paying dividends very, very quickly. So I wanted to draw your attention to the slide here, which I saw a few months ago, which really brought my attention to this, the appreciation of association, the power of association. Now, I don't know Bill Gates, but you know what? I think he's a particularly successful businessman. And he said the secret of success in business is detecting where the world will go and getting there first. By the end of this presentation, if you can't see that is exactly where we are, then this probably is not for you. Okay, you will see by the end of the presentation that we are exactly in the front of all that is going on. We are first there, and as a result of that, that's where business is now going. So where the world will go, we are already there. So it's very exciting. Ask yourself a question. If you knew that in the next 3 years, there would be an emerging technology market worth $34 billion in new revenue, and if you could have the #1 technology product in that entire revenue space, would you want to know more about it? I expect that's why you're here in the first place. Imagine as just a few months ago, a company was to come along and truly disrupt as well as revolutionize 3 industries in one: healthcare industry, technology industry, and the home-based business industry. Well, we have done that with something called the Hilo, a health and lifestyle monitoring oracle. We do have other products that we're bringing on stream, but this one is really a game changer. This is what we call like a Fitbit, but it's on steroids, okay? Let me ask you a question. If you're familiar with Fitbit, where did you see that product advertised? Did you see it on TV? Did you see it in a magazine? Did you see it in a newspaper or radio? The chances are the answer is no, okay? Because this is an $8 billion industry, Fitbit, $8 billion in 10 years, with no advertising except referral marketing, referral, word of mouth, okay? Imagine 10 years ago, the founders of Fitbit came to you and said, hey, would you be interested in promoting and marketing this product for us? It measures steps and calories, okay? It's going to be a game changer in the fitness tracking industry. We'd like you to be involved with it, and we'd like you to earn commissions on every Fitbit that was ever sold. Knowing that it's an $8 billion industry, would that have been a good idea to say yes? But they didn't do that, did they? Because they keep those profits and the shares to themselves. Okay, but you have your hands on today an idea, a business model that's exactly like this. But with our product, it's like a Fitbit, but it does far more than that. Okay, this is going to change the healthcare industry forever. So we're very excited to promote this product. A little bit about WorldGN, a company that promotes the product. WorldGN is a publicly traded company that's 6 years old. It goes under the stock code of WRMT, currently $23.50 a share. 8 months ago was about, I don't know, $1, $2, something like that. The $150 million they've sold in the last 2 years for each year. Okay, it's a AAA rating on the DSA. Let me put that into context. There are thousands and thousands of companies with the DSA, and there are only roughly 20 that have a AAA rating. WorldGN is one of them. So you can be confident that you are in a safe and a reputable organization. Another very exciting thing is that we are partnered with Toshiba. Toshiba is a Fortune 500 company, okay? Toshiba would not associate themselves with a company if they didn't think this company was going to be successful and grow quickly. Does that make sense? And being publicly traded, guys, okay, that means all the finances, the structure, the background stuff is all transparent. They have nothing to hide. And for me, and what we like to say in our team is that this is like it's not a ground floor opportunity, it's a basement opportunity. And we're looking up at the ground floor. So as we climb and climb through the building, this business is going to be huge. So you are in the right place at the right time. This next slide I want to concentrate a little bit on because it's important, because it's not my ideas, it's not my prediction. These are the predictions of very reputable business organizations like Business Insider, Forbes, Wall Street Journal, Time Magazine. And if you look at the cursor here, you can see the circles. Now the circles are demonstrating the volume and value of the wearable technology industry in 2016 and 2020. Now you can see that there is literally a tripling, if not a quadrupling, of volume in this particular time, in the next 2.5 years, okay? We have a window. We have a window, guys, of 2.5 to 3 years when this business will move from a $14 billion industry to $34 billion. And we are the market leaders. We have a real chance to make a big input here, okay? So I'm gonna try and show you the video. Hopefully this will work. Please bear with us. I'm gonna try and find, if I can, the video I'd like you to show you. Many of you may have seen this already. Some of you maybe for the first time, but take a look.
Introducing Hilo, the world's first lifestyle oracle, a wearable wellness and bioparameters monitoring device unlike any other on the planet. In real time, Hilo can take important measurements such as heart rate, breath rate, steps taken, and calories burned. Hilo can also sense your mood, whether you are excited or fatigued. Hilo can sense it. Not only does your Hilo monitor your important measurements, but it also produces a daily, weekly, and even monthly report that you can provide to your trainer or physician. Once you pair your Hilo with a smartphone application, you can track the bioparameters and well-being of your loved ones. Imagine the sense of security that would come from monitoring your aging parents from thousands of miles away, or from knowing you will receive alerts if your spouse's bioparameters are no longer in a healthy range. Hilo can also alert you if your loved ones are in danger. Once you connect to your loved one's Helo via a smartphone app, his or her Helo can send you emergency alerts using the GPS feature of your smartphone. All your loved one has to do is press the panic button twice, and an emergency alert with the exact GPS coordinates will be sent directly to your phone via text or email. Now you can go about your day with total peace of mind, and that is a priceless feature. Also, you can easily download a wide range of other features through the Helo App Store. This exclusive app store allows developers to create and publish their own apps and plugins, further increasing the potential of the Helo and its functions. For example, with the help of apps found on the Helo App Store, you can now monitor measurements not found on the basic Helo app, such as blood pressure and EKG. Because of the Helo's innovative technology and hardware design, the exclusive Helo App Store will soon be able to give Helo devices the ability to monitor blood sugar levels, blood alcohol levels, oxygen levels, temperature. And they will even be able to keep away disease-delivering mosquitoes. And this is just a sneak peek. The potential of the Helo is unlimited. Finally, don't forget the benefits of the 99.9% pure germanium stones. The germanium stones fit snugly against your skin on the inside of the Helo wristband and may provide a number of wellness benefits. All these fantastic features led to the Helo being voted the best direct selling product of 2017. Now that you've seen the power of this revolutionary product, we're convinced you're ready to order a Helo for you and for each of your family members. However, Helo cannot be found in stores. Helo can only be purchased online. So click on the Buy It Now link or ask for more information right now.
Okay, guys, how exciting is that? Eh? This is incredible. And I think that from my perspective, I want to just talk to you a little bit about the concept of technology, because what that can do is absolutely incredible, okay? But remember, technology doesn't go backwards. Let's remember that. It doesn't wait for you or I to understand it before it grows and expands, okay? It happens anyway. This is going to happen with or without us, all right? This is just an opportunity to be part of it, be part of that change. We are first to market, and this is why we are in the right place at the right time. So when you look at the functions of the device itself, and most people will say, you know, when you say to people, you know, the science is out there to be able to do these things, most people say, oh, yeah, I know it is somewhere. Well, this is reality now, okay? This is not something I'm making up. So not only can you measure the typical things of calories and steps, but this device measures heart rate, breath rate, energy, and also has a guardian feature. The guardian feature allows you, or the WeCare feature allows you to be able to pass on any bioparameter information, any alerts that can be passed on to family members or even doctors. You can send a report to your doctor about your health and so on. And if you think about it, why is it that we will take more care of our vehicles than we do ourselves sometimes? Do you know what I mean? So, for example, if you have a car and you're driving around along the highway and the engine light comes on, do you ignore it? Do you just carry on driving? Because you know what? If you do, you know what's going to happen. Okay? So this is very similar to, this is like a mobile personal health monitoring system. And what it can do now is not even close to what it's going to be able to do. Not only can you measure things like blood pressure and heart rate, but what's coming down the line? Alcohol monitoring. You'll be able to measure alcohol in the blood, okay? And what is going to blow, this is a game changer. The blood sugar levels is incredible. This is the first time there'll be a device that has a non-invasive blood glucose indicator, all right? That means people will not have to any longer necessarily buy strips and needles and all of the money that goes into that on a monthly basis, because people will be able to measure their blood sugar levels through this device. Now that is a game changer. 1 in 10 people around the world apparently are diabetics, okay? If you had 1 in 10 diabetics in North America using this device, that's a $2 billion industry. Now, would you like a piece of that? Because that's what you can get your hands on, okay? Not only will it measure fitness parameters as well, it'll also have a GPS tracking system. The pulse diagnostics is a science which measures 5 or 6 of your most valuable vital organs. Now, most people know that when they become sick, or when they start to become sick, vital organs there's an impact on those organs that you don't necessarily see on the surface, but this will measure the deep down sort of changes in those organs and can determine whether you're coming down with something perhaps like the flu. For me, an exciting addition to this functionality is the mosquito deterrent. If you're somewhere in the world where there's mosquitoes like we are, then you'll be glad of this device, of this function. It's going to be awesome. You also can get 5 colored bands with your device. This makes it a fashionable accessory as well. You wear it out. In fact, you should be wearing a monitor most of the time to allow it to read the body properly. So if you're going to do that, why not look good at the same time? The germanium stones is an addition to the device as well. Germanium is a natural occurring element, and it will help to relieve pain because it increases blood circulation, blood flow, and it also helps to affect the body's balance in the ions in the body. So it has a wellness impact that way as well. The other thing that's just really, really exciting, guys, and I want you to pay attention to this, is because it's the open API. So not only do we have all those other functions, but with the open API option, let me put this into context. Apple make more money now from their apps than they do from their hardware. Approximately $3 billion a month through the microtransactions that go on through people downloading and using their apps. Okay. Now we have an open API, which means developers can create and publish their own apps and plugins in our business. When that happens, the microtransactions that go on will impact upon all the people in that team. So it'll filter down. It's huge. Okay. The amount of money that's involved in apps is incredible. And customers can benefit from the customer referral program while building their business. Is that not something that excites you? Now remember, this product is only less than a year old. Okay, it's already gone through its second phase. The third stage will be coming out very shortly, and already it's been voted the #1 product in the direct selling industry in 2017. The #1 out of thousands and tens of thousands of products. The Hilo is voted #1 in 8 months. Okay, if you look on the right-hand side of the screen here, you can see that the product has been demonstrated and displayed on national TV channels like Fox News a number of times. It's been on the Today Show a couple of weeks ago. Carson Daly was wearing one of these devices, and they were talking about the benefits of it. That is huge publicity, and we're not paying for any of that. That's doing the work for us in many ways. In January, the Consumer Technology Association show was held in Vegas. That's an annual show where the top technical companies go, technology companies go and show off their latest products and devices. Toshiba, as I mentioned earlier, we partner with Toshiba. Toshiba took one device, okay, and it was the Hilo. So they know this business is going to grow. They know this device and this product is going to take the world by storm, and this is the right time. So it's an exciting opportunity. And let me put that into context, because if you consider sales and sales quotas and numbers, let me explain something to you here. So WorldGN's prediction or goal was to capture 3% of the market by 2020. They weren't expecting necessarily to compete with the big companies like Apple to start with. They were going for 3% of the market, which was a $12 billion industry. Now, remembering that they pay back 50% of their revenue in commissions to people like you and I. So 50% of $3 billion is $1.5 billion in backing commissions. We've already superseded that figure. We now have captured 5% of the market in less than a year. How many companies do you know that would cry and pay lots of money to get 5% of a market share within 12 months? We have done that through word of mouth. And we had an original production of 500,000 units, and that is now going to be 1 million units by the end of this year. By the end of this year, we are aiming to go second in the marketplace, not fourth, but second within a year, or just over a year. And the goal is to eventually become the #1 provider of smart band wellness bands in the world. We're really excited to be part of that business. We also have other products. Let's look at the buyers end. Many countries around the world recognize the need to protect themselves from something called electrosmog. Electrosmog is those harmful radiation waves that come out of battery packs, the ones that are in the back of smartphones and tablets and laptops. You've probably heard and seen about this. You certainly don't have to go far to find out, the dangers of these devices over long-term use. The BioZen is a product which has been scientifically and medically proven to reduce the harmful effects of electrosmog, up to 90%, I believe, reduction. And as I say, certain parts of the world understand this concept. It won't be long for the whole world knows that. We have got this product, and you can't find it anywhere else. So don't tell me people won't be wanting to buy this for the safety of their children and their grandchildren, their families, because as the evidence comes out more and more about the dangers of this electrosmog, these devices are going to become more and more popular. And something else which is really exciting is something called the Folio smartphone, guys. This is an Italian designed phone, and it will be the first phone on the market, smartphone on the market, that will have a built-in BioZen shield. My goodness, that's going to be a game changer. Don't tell me people won't want a smartphone that reduces the effect of electrosmog, and around the world this is going to be so popular. If you look at the specifications here, a 4-day battery life. That's good enough for me. The BioZen shield's fantastic, but a 4-day duration of the battery life is amazing. And the spec for this phone is just as good, if not better, than the iPhone. And for me, it's a game changer because it becomes part of our business as well. You won't get this in the stores. It'll be moved around through the distribution system. So let's have a little talk about Fabio Galdi, the CEO and president of WorldGN, who, most people would consider him a bit of a tech genius. His body of work has been in technology creation. You can see here from his portfolio that he is one of the first to introduce first touchscreen LCD PCs in the market, one of the first to develop VoIP platforms. So this guy knows a few things, okay? A little Warren Buffett story there. He found a company that was designing and researching the non-invasive blood glucose indicators, and he decided to buy the company. That's why he's got the patent pending on the first device to be able to do that. So he's a smart business guy as well, and he's got mine and yours. He's got our success at the heart of what he does. He genuinely believes that the most effective form of moving product to market these days in the 21st century is to do that via word of mouth and referral marketing. Just to give you another example of his integrity, he was asked by Toshiba to sell his technology to them, and he said no. Okay, he decided that he's got an emotional attachment as well. He is a diabetic himself. His father's a diabetic. His father died of complications with diabetes. So he has a genuine concern and care to help people become successful in their lives, and he does it through this business. A couple of other guys who are part of the WorldGN, Alessandro Senatore is COO and is the mastermind behind the compensation plan, which we'll talk about shortly. And Antonio De Rosa, you may have heard of him before. He's a chief design officer for WorldGN, and until very recently wasn't with WorldGN. He was with Apple because he was the design officer for the iPhone 5, 6, and 7. But he recognized the value of where wearable tech is going in the future. He saw the vision, and now he has moved over and works for WorldGN. I think that's pretty good credibility there. So the company itself, WRMT on the stock market, is aiming to be a $2 billion traded company by 2020. Currently around about 157, nearly about 250 million, I think, at the moment. But really, look at the stock prices there. From January 16, from 26 cents, has moved up to $23.55 in June of this year, and is currently hovering around that level. Won't be long before it moves up again when extra functionalities are put on the device. Just watch this space, guys. This slide itself is it's really not necessarily to impress you, but just to let you know that in the business for home business itself, the top 200 earners, 10% of those are in WorldGN in less than a year. Let me repeat that. 10% of the top 200 earners in business for homes, direct sales companies, are in WorldGN. You can see from some of the figures here that some people are earning over $1 million a month. Last month, I met with Chad Chong, who is number 8 in the world, $750,000 per month. And he's real, guys. And he's been in the business for 8 months. All right. Ramasio Fulcher on the list there is one of our mentors. He's 42nd, and he's currently on $250,000 a month. Whether it's a few hundred, a few thousand, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, you can achieve that through this business. Now, this is not to impress you and to say this is guaranteed, because this takes hard work and dedication to do this, but in less than a year. And what I'm trying to say to you is if these guys can do it from scratch, then anybody can. Do you know what I mean by that? So it's very exciting. This slide here is just to give you an example of what makes a successful company, just to put it into context. You have to have the right products. I think you've seen from the video and from the comments we've made, we have wearable tech. We have the products that are going to take us into the 21st century, already doing that. The trend is there. The changes in the medical world, the change in the medical industry is there. And I think it's not too long before a lot of people are wearing these types of devices that monitor the bioparameters. We have the device. Timing is everything, guys. We are ahead of the curve. We are first to market. That's so important because nobody else, there's no competition out there. We have a team of people because of the compensation plan. The way that it works is that we have a team that's very strong, that sticks together, that looks after each other, because everybody's success benefits. There's no competition in that team. It's really important to recognize that. The management or the leadership in this business is second to none. And we'll talk about that shortly. The compensation plan also, we'll talk about that and how lucrative that can be. So how do you get started? Really, it's quite simple, okay? The way to get started, and I'm just gonna move on a slide because the way to get started is this. You buy a pack. So let me explain what that means. At the moment, you don't need to register in this business by putting money down. You don't pay money for a signing on fee, okay? You simply buy a pack. You buy product like everybody else does. That's where everybody starts. Once you do that, you are entitled to refer the product. And if you become a team member, you can make commissions even if you're a customer on here. So you can make a 10% fast sale on every product that you refer. Now that is a game changer. So what do I mean? Well, we have a customer referral program, which simply means you wear it and you share it. That's a game changer. If you do that, you can benefit with 10% of the sale, okay? Now, that's for people who just want to make a little bit of an income, maybe make some referrals like everybody does every day, but this time you're going to get paid for that, okay? But if you want to develop it into a business, I want you to consider this slide, okay? There are a number of packs or bundles, as we call them, that you can access, okay? And so the way to get started, quite simply, is to pick a pack. All right, let's talk quickly about these packs. You can start with a personal pack, $350 US. Everything is in US dollars because we're global. It keeps everything simple. So you buy the product in dollars, but every time you get paid, it's paid in dollars. So for $350, you get a hilo, you get a pack of bands, and you get a free pack of germanium plates. Okay, and there's a volume attached to that. You can see that 120 volume. If you buy the next couple of packs, or one of those, which I did, which I call the business pack, you'll understand that that's where you create the biggest savings. And I'm a great believer in saving money. So the family pack, the $13.49, is something where you get 4 Helos, LXs, 4 germanium plates, 4 band sets, and 4 free BioZen, okay, to expand your product range. You get a promotional 4 BioZen free. Now that makes sense if you have a family, you want to share the products with your family members, let them wear it, let them share it, and so on. Or even if you wanted to just sell a couple of stock, you could do that, okay? But that's a saving of nearly $700 on that deal. An even better deal is the premium pack, which is $2,000 US, saving of nearly $1,200. Let me say something. How can you show me a business, an online business, where you have unlimited income potential, that you can start for a couple of $1,000s with no risk, with no employees to hire, with no rent, okay? It's a no-brainer, okay? And you get products, which is important because if you're going to promote it, you need to have some. So in this pack, the premium pack, you have 6 Hilo LXs, 6 germanium plates, 6 band sets, and 6 BioZen free. So that's a saving of over nearly $1,200. Makes a lot of sense to me. And you can also start with a BioZen or add the BioZen on. So for $13.50, you get 30 BioZen, 8 free. That's a total of 38 BioZen. So that's how you would start. People say to me, well, how do I get started? That's it. It's not complicated. It's a simple system. Just pick a pack. Okay. The next step is it's a 3-step process really to becoming successful. The next step is to become a team builder. Let me explain how that works. This business only has 2 legs. It has a right leg and a left leg. Okay. That's where people are placed. That's where people register and start. So imagine this is you, and you help Colin on the right and Sarah on the left. Okay. And they buy a pack. All right. So if they buy a single pack, then what happens is they get a volume of 100 on the left and 100 on the right, entitled you to 10% of the total volume. So not only do you get their 10% fast sales, but you also get 10% total volume on the business that they also generate as well. Okay. Now, if you start as a business owner, as I call it, a real business owner, then you have Colin has a family pack of 500 SV on the left, and Sarah has a family pack of 500 SV on the right. Then you're entitled to 20% of the total volume commission. So, and that is for life. Okay, you don't need to requalify with this. Once you get to that level, you get 20% based on your lesser leg over the period of time that you're in the business or you stay in the business. Then that's how much you're entitled to. Okay, so it's a volume-based thing. So if you get 500 on the left, 500 on the right, you get 20%. You can do that by promoting 5 100 box sets on the left, 5 box sets on the left, 5 box sets on the right, or you can simply do 1 family pack on the left and 1 family pack on the right. Now, the third step is to become a team developer. This business is based on duplication. So this is you again, and here's Colin and Sarah. And what you do is you can help Colin become a team builder, and you help Sarah become a team builder. And so they have 1 on their left and 1 on their right, and 1 on Sarah's left and 1 on Sarah's right. Then you become a team developer. Now, the exciting thing about that is it then unlocks all the other income potential. Once you get to team developer, you can have something called matching bonuses, which I'll talk about in a minute. You get career path recognition. So as you advance on in the business, as you hit certain ranks and advance, there's recognitions for that. You become part of something called the millionaire pool. There's a car bonus that you can access, luxury vacations and things, as you'd expect in this type of business anyway. So as you grow, there's your third step. Okay, so ways you can get paid. There are a number of ways to get paid. So the first one is a 10% retail bonus. Okay, so that simply means that for every customer referral you make, you get paid 10% of that volume, of that sale. Okay, should I say? So if, for example, you sell a family pack for $1,350, then that's a 10% of that is what is $130, $135 for every referral you make. However, business people and who see the potential in the big picture will see that if they can get to team developer, 20% team commissions. Okay, that's through infinity of your entire what we call your pay leg, your lesser leg. 20%. That is potentially an income of $200,000 per week in each of what we call 3 business centers. So that's a total of $600,000 per week. Okay, that's if you truly see the potential of this business. You also can get paid up to 10 generations of check matching, and I'll talk about that shortly. There's $1,000 per month car bonus once you hit a diamond level. There's exclusive VIP trips around the world. There's a 1% annual loyalty bonus, which I'm going to talk about later. 1% bonus company revenue pool, private jet and luxury travel program. It just goes on and on and on. Can you tell why I'm excited? There's so much potential here. So one of the things I talked about was generation matching. So here is a chart which basically means that when you register somebody in your business personally, they're your first generation. When that person registers somebody, then the new person becomes your second generation. When they register a new person, that new person will be your third generation, and so on. And from this chart, you can see this goes down for 10 generations, which means that you're getting commission and percentages of the total volume of that whole team right down to 10 generations. Okay, so really think about, you know, how far this could go. Think about the numbers of people in an organization that some of them you personally sponsored and many of them you haven't. And because of the way the structure of the compensation plan is, there will be people in your team that you won't even know because they'll be placed there, which is really exciting. I want to spend a bit of time on this slide. This is really, really important. For business people, this is simply a matter of economics, okay? So it's not difficult when you speak to business people and say, how much are your business overheads? And a conventional business person might say, oh, I don't know, several thousands a month. I don't know, maybe hundreds of thousands a month for a conventional business. Our business license, if you like, or it's a $59 membership a month, $59, okay, which is ridiculous, okay? I mean, I can't even go to the movies with my wife and kids for that amount of money. I can't even play a round of golf, 9 holes for that money. $59 is a cost. Let me just explain the difference between cost and value. Because for that $59, what happens is you get a global business, okay? You get something that you can take around the world with you from your home. Okay, you have a global technology business that can guarantee thousands, millions, whatever for you, and all the front end work is done for you. The research, the design, the production, the websites, the videos is all done for you. But the $59 is important also because it allows you to have 5 Hilo app pros, which means it increases the functionality of the device so you can access more functions. It also acts like a protection plan. So for example, if something happens to your Hilo, it's damaged, or you follow your phone, then they will replace that for you free of charge if you're on the membership. It's like a protection plan, you know, like the iPhone protection plan. The next point is really important because if you pay $59 a month, you also get 75 loyalty points given to you by the company and put in the store for you. Each loyalty point is worth $1. So let me explain that. $59, you get $75 back. That's a no-brainer. Is there any wonder there's 85% retention rate in this business? Absolutely. So you can use those points at the end of the year. You can get a free Hilo or some buyer's Zen or in folio phone, whatever you want to do. What's also very important in the membership is that you earn an extra 1% total volume commission, which goes into a money box, which is held there for you and accumulates over 12 months. So whatever volume you make in your business, the company will match that to 1% of that volume and put it into a money box, which at the end of the year you smash open and you take out the money. Now that could be hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars just sat there waiting for you for the price of $59 a month. It also has a volume attached to it of 30 SV, which is equivalent to $6. So let me give you an example of a team of 1,000 people, which wouldn't be that difficult to do in this business. Not through the word of mouth, not through the power of this device. So 1,000 people on loyalty in your team would create a monthly income of around $6,000 a month. Residual income, okay? So I talked about the difference between cost and value. The cost is $708. The value of that is nearly $1,500 plus whatever it is in your money box, okay? So can you see why it makes good sense to be part of the membership? Absolutely. Because you get access to the videos, for example, access to the website. It's all done for you. We have a very simple system. I call it the 2-7-30 system. So you give out a 2-minute video. If people like what they see, show them the 7-minute video. If they like that, then direct them to a webinar, a Zoom room for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, so that they can see the big picture. There you go. The work's done for you. Is that exciting or what? All that effort, okay, is done for you at the beginning. So the actual marketing tool system has created over 500 diamonds in the last 6 months. To put that in perspective, a diamond currently earns between $10,000 to $12,000 a month. Okay, 500 new ones in less than 6 months. So how do you stay active? How do you become active? Excuse me. Well, in USA, Canada, Japan, and Europe, the simple system is that there has to be 30 points going through your business not through you, but through your team in your business. 30 points has to be going through to stay active. The rest of the world, you simply have to, you can buy the 30 points and stay active. So for example, if you were in the loyalty membership, you would remain active for however long you're in the membership program. A quick note to some of these people on this slide. I want to just reach out, big out here to people like Ramasho Fulcher and Chad and Natita Chong. These people are people who are leading this business. These people are people who started out just like you and me from the start, okay, with nothing. That's how they started. And these guys are earning anywhere between $250,000 to $750,000 a month. And they've been in the business less than 8-9 months, okay? And the reason I'm saying that to you is because these people have walked the walk. They're not just talking the talk. Does that make sense? These people are here to help you. They want you to succeed. So with their knowledge and their skills and experience, passing that down to us makes us save a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort when we build our businesses. And it's really important to recognize these people, okay? This business, you would expect to have bonuses like car bonuses. There's no difference to this business than some of the others. But look at some of these beautiful cars. But the great thing about it is they seem to be promoting these at a quicker level, if you know what I mean. You can get there quicker. This, for example, this lifestyle bonus is just really incredible, all right? How many people here would like to be able to have unlimited private jet travel around the world? Okay, free. Now, you reach President Millionaire in this business, and you only have to do that once. You only have to do that once, and when you do that, you get a free unlimited travel for a year on a private jet. That's pretty special, don't you think? Let's just have a quick review then on the company. There's no competitors. There's nothing else out there like we are. So there's nobody competing for the same market as we are. Does that make sense? There's no joining fee. You pick a pack, you get started. No requalifications needed. Okay, once you get to certain levels, you stay there for life. It's a simple video sharing system. I mentioned to you the 2, 7, and 30. How difficult do you think that would be to give out a 2-minute video? Okay, there's no monthly shipping charges. We are truly a category creator. All right, this is going to change the medical industry and the health and wellness industry forever. We're truly global, 195 countries around the world. We have $600,000 maximum per week possible, 21% binary, and there's a check matching up to 10 generations. The diamond trips, car bonuses, all of those things are available to certain levels. We are publicly traded. I mentioned that to you before, so we're very secure in the future. We're not going anywhere. We have an 85% retention rate, as you can see through that very, very smart and clever loyalty membership program. And it's a very simple and lucrative business. So while you're thinking or listening to that, I want to just touch on this slide before we finish. If you truly understand business and how quickly businesses grow in this 21st century, you'll recognize that positioning is the key. Okay, so on the left-hand side here, you can see that if this is you and you take one of the prime spots that are available now, then because we only work with 2 legs, a left leg and a right leg, then you can only put people in the left and the right, which ultimately means that when you get started, there'll be people put into your business without even you knowing. You won't even know these people because you can only place them in certain positions. So if you see the big picture, my recommendation is to get started soon because people will be placed into your business. Now, if you wait too long, the same people that will be placed in your business will be placed ahead of you because you've waited. Does that make sense? So this would be you on the right-hand side. And you can miss out on some valuable income if you did that. Now, I trust that you have to research this. I totally understand that. And let me explain why, because there are 3 types of people I found in this business. When you show them this business, there's type C. The C person is somebody who says, you know what, Brian, I don't get this, okay? I don't see the big picture. It's not for me. Thanks anyway. No, I'm not interested, you know? And that's great. You know, we love you still, you know, but you still have to go back really and be fair to the person who directed you here today and tell them that. It's important, okay? Type B people are people who really understand and get it, but they want to do a little bit more research. Who can blame you? I was that person, and I wanted to study the business. I wanted to spend a little bit more time understanding, making sure that the figures added up and so on, okay? Now, because of that, I honestly lost some position, okay? Because people were put into a business ahead of me when I could have been ahead of them. Does that make sense? And the final type of person is type A. And that type A person is somebody who says, you know what? I get it. My hand is up. Give me where I need to sign. I'm ready to go. Okay. I know people that would be interested and I want to get started. So whichever one you are of those three, please get back to the person who directed you here today and let them know. It's really important because we're helping lots of people build this business. We're helping lots of people secure a lifestyle, dreams that they wouldn't have imagined doing the traditional conventional routes. But I want to say there's nothing wrong with those routes, guys, but there is a better way. And this really is it. So for more information, get back to the person who sent you here today. It's been really good, fun to share with you tonight. I hope a lot of it's made sense. We're excited. We want you to be part of the team. So let's get on board and let's get going, okay? All right, have a good night, everybody.